Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Whoa, what's up?
Episode 100.
Whoa, what's up?
Whoa, there's an
Episode
echo.
100.
Are you watching us on Facebook?
Well, I was checking to see if we're live.
Sure, you
We're
were.
live, guys, but I wanted to do this.
Oh.
Happy 100 episodes.
Oh,
man.
is that the official noise? All right. We already got a couple folks here. Howdy. Kentucky Fried Gamers. Hello. Matthew WB.
What's up, Matt?
Alder.
Matthew.
All right, now turn that down. I don't like hearing the echo of myself. Good morning, Alder, and good evening, you other fine gentlemen.
Welcome.
Congratulations on episode 100. I think
that's a little bit easier.
I think that just means we're persistent, or maybe just bored on Thursday night.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think this is. It goes back to where we started. We just like chit-chatting and shooting the breeze and talking about what we're interested in. And so
Clem said 100, that's an impressive collection of tomfoolery. There is no tomfoolery. There's Eric and Mac foolery. No tomfoolery. We have no toms here.
There's shenanigans.
There are shenanigans,
but
and some Eric foolery and some Mac foolery, but that's about all. But it's episode 100. Confetti falling from the ceiling and all that stuff.
Yeah, I should have got some balloons and confetti behind me and stuff.
That would have been too much.
I had like 10 windows running stuff on the computer this afternoon.
Yeah. Episode 100 was almost a re-experience of the first ones where we didn't have anything going on because Eric had too many screens open on his computer.
It's multitasking.
50 hours of the show at 30 minutes. 50 hours. Well, that's a couple of seasons, right? Of a TV show. That's a couple seasons. It's not too bad.
So what TV show you want to be? Fall Guy?
Oh, maybe Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, man. That'd be good. What else? What else would be good? $6 Million Man.
I like to be Buck Rogers. I'm Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. That's good. Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
old one or new one. I like both of them.
Okay, you know what? We better stop because we're probably showing our age.
I think. Listen, this is episode 100. They already know.
That's true. Yeah, if you guys have been watching that long, you know.
Clem makes a good point. 50 hours. That's saying we only did 30 minutes per episode. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's not what we do. So, well, look who it is. It's Mr. Discover Games. Very soon about to get himself a new knee next week.
Hey, stranger.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy? So, so definitely more than 50 hours based on
a lot of issues in there.
Yeah, it's 30-ish. But to be fair, I mean, I don't think we've ever come in under time. So, the ish is always above. It's always a little bit above.
We always find more to talk about.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well,
Alan, you got a bunch of hellos. You must have been missed, my friend.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, I think Eric has don't you have some surprises or something for us?
What did I just
or something?
do?
What are we doing for the 100th episode? Under time, that would mean you ran out of things to talk about. Like that would happen.
We're gonna kind of just go down memory lane a little bit, I think. So we're not gonna have a topic tonight, guys. But if a lot of you guys have been with us since the beginning, some of these stories, we're just gonna tell stories tonight, I think, and reminisce and just kind of talk about where we were, where we are, where we'd like to be.
Here you go. I got it. Ready?
Yeah.
Where we were, Citadel paints. Where we are, pro acrylic paints.
That's pretty good. That's a good comparison. Yeah. I mean, when we started, I was upstairs in that little back room that echoed, and
Yep.
my wife had to wait to take a shower because the bathroom was right on the other side of the wall, and you'd hear the water running, or you'd hear the heater upstairs. And
well, and don't forget, we started all of this nonsense on Zoom.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, when we started this, guys, it was on Zoom, and it was during COVID. So it kind of came out of the fact that we all had nothing to do. So there would be like 10 of us get together on Zoom and just do the paint on the desk type of hobby stream where we'd be on there for hours.
Mac did not have hair. Mac did not have hair. In fact, no one in this group knew me when I had hair. So
no, that's true. Just this stuff was a little bit darker.
Yeah, this stuff wasn't gray. So Clem says he heard here's Barbara Streisand singing Memories.
Oh, man.
There's Jason. Hello, Jason. Welcome,
What's up, Jason?
To episode 100. Yeah, so we started on Zoom, not even with the show, because
we were just hanging out.
Still doing Black Hoof Saloon, and we were doing. I started the paint on the desk just so we could hang out and paint together.
Yeah,
and, we didn't really do a whole bunch of anything. I mean, nobody had to get up in the morning right at the beginning of COVID.
I remember being
nobody
on there
was going anywhere.
6 hours at a time.
Yeah,
I gotta go eat. I'll be right back.
If we had some of those episodes in, we're probably closer to 100 hours with those because some of those bad boys went pretty long because nobody had anything to do during COVID. Even if you were like, we were still, nothing really changed for my household when COVID started because all my kids were homeschooled. So everybody was like, man, this is terrible having your kids at home. And I'm like, welcome to my life. This is what my life looks like. So nothing really changed too much for us in that regard, but we'd do long ones. Oh, look, we mispaint on the desk. Well, we did start back up with the new year of doing the end of the month, Thursday painting. So we're doing paint on the desk once a month. We pretended like we were going to do it for 30 minutes. We pretended that just like for maybe the first 30 seconds. And then we fully realized that was just not going to happen.
Well, we got 25 minutes in just, doing our regular chit chat. And then we're like, oh man, I better start painting.
Yeah, I should paint something, right? Yeah, so we did that for a long time, and then Black Hoof Saloon had slowed down a lot. You guys weren't putting anything out.
Yeah, our schedule got really bad. The three of us trying to connect up and record.
We were like, we should do something because Eric wasn't as into the indie games.
No, it wasn't really at that time. Maybe one or two things, but nothing.
Yeah, and I was, and initially. I didn't want to take you away from Black Hoof Saloon. So I was like, well, maybe just come on and hang out while we talk about it. Like I was really just suckering him so that he would become involved, but I was kind of promising him he didn't have to be all the way involved, which was really not my intention. I was hoping it would transform anyway.
Tricky.
I think I did good on that one.
But then, I mean, eventually we did really start talking about, hey, let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's kind of, you start picking my brain from what I was doing Black Hoof for like 3 years at that time.
Yep.
So it's like, and I learned the hard way, trial and error of just, when it came to recording and editing and all that stuff. And so we talked about it and said, well, let's figure out a format. We'll sit down. I had my little notebooks of things that I did in the past.
Notebooks.
Yeah, here's the notebook, the old notebook.
There you go. Didn't Mary make you one too?
I think this was, no, she bought this one. She did make me one, a big one. I don't know what happened to it, actually. It's probably back there somewhere. But yeah, then we sat down and figured out a format. And it was, see, there's my first episode 1, notes.
You
from
still
all my-
have that?
Yeah, it's all my timestamps and stuff when I edited.
And that was non-video too. So we went from
Yeah.
the paint on the desk stuff where we were hanging out to podcast, not
Yeah.
video. We weren't doing video at the time. We were recording it on Zoom. So
Yeah.
Eric and I were sitting like this and still talking to each other about what we were talking about. But we were only broadcasting it as a podcast.
Yeah.
So
We
up
did
on
about
Podbean.
just over an hour shows. First
Yeah.
one was 5/8/2020.
2020, and that was Chris. Was it Chris?
Well, this was our first recorded, me and you, the show, official
Oh,
show.
okay.
I think the one with Chris was the month before. Chris and then Mike for Twilight.
Yep.
So those ones we actually did. I don't think, did we ever release video? We just released audio on those, didn't we?
I think so, because we just recorded them on Zoom, but we
Yeah.
didn't. We just, it was just audio. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just us kind of trying it. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. It's like, let's try this and see how it
Yeah.
goes.
So
and then
the game interviews were Wild West Exodus as it was transitioning.
Mhm.
Twilight, Chronicles of Anural, and then we did Cynthia with Urban Manhunt next, didn't we? I think.
Yeah, she was it was a couple episodes in that we did like a full-fledged interview as part of an episode. I think it's in one of the episodes. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
We ended up doing 16 recorded episodes before we decided, hey, let's branch out a little bit and let's try doing a short video type of thing where we do the topics, just the topic. 30 minutes.
We were like, yeah, let's do a video because we have a face for radio. So let's do video. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And
Right,
the first one for that, see, I took notes. I
You're
looked
good.
up our first one was Hobby Goals. Was the
Hobby
first
Goals.
official shorts show. And if you guys go on YouTube, it's still in there. It's like the very first one that we published on YouTube, January 2nd of 2021. Ooh. So just under a year, we decided to do the shorts, and we've been doing it almost every Thursday. Well, we started out Tuesdays, and then we switched to Thursday nights.
Yes,
I think it was.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, we switched the nights, and just scheduling it worked better for everybody and for you guys viewing and stuff. And at that time we were still recording. We recorded a couple more episodes, so we were doing audio and video. And then eventually we just were like, that's this time schedule. We got day jobs and kids and all that stuff that we decided to just stick with this and do the topics, and it ended up working out.
I am paying attention. I'm trying to.
You ordering something?
No, I'm trying to get into our Podbean because we're talking about all this, and I'm not ordering anything.
Alder saying he's been here long enough to remember the early days. Now,
well,
as a surprise,
I don't remember the early days.
As a surprise for you guys that did miss out the early days or want to go back and listen to it, I actually started editing the audio into video format to throw up on YouTube, and I tried doing it tonight, but my bandwidth was not cooperating and I was freezing up. And so after the show, I'll probably just press the button to make it go live. But I had fun revisiting that because I ended up digging around. I found old video from when we recorded on Zoom, and I just spliced that in.
Ooh.
The YouTube video I put together.
That's probably really fancy.
Yeah, I mean, give you something to watch, even though you can just listen to it. It's just originally an audio.
Yes, please just listen to it. It's gonna.
But I figured it at this point. It's classic audio, right? Classic.
Oh, is that what it is?
Invasion audio. Yes.
Okay, I like that.
From way back, 3 years, 2 years?
I like it. Classic audio. Classic. Is it on? Can they get it on 8-track? I'm just wondering.
Oh man. Yeah, put in that station wagon. See.
Only if I can ride in the backwards facing seat.
Let's see if let me take a look at some of our little comments here. Let's see. Clem said the switch to Thursday makes me choose between my game group and the podcast. Well, I think you would. I know which way.
Yeah, the easy choose.
Let's see. What's Matt? Matt's saying his first introduction to me was at Adepticon. That was just last year. And then listening to all the shows on the way home. Yeah, you had a long drive. So
all of them. That's funny.
Clem says, old Coke, new Coke. We know how that turned out. Dang.
Yep. And here you are, Clem. That's right. Here you are. But you know what? It would not hurt our feelings if you chose your game group, because let's be honest, that's what we're talking about. I think we should, since it's the 100th episode and since we are Indie Invasion, emphasis on indie, we'll go ahead and throw out there that Hametsu at Black Site Studios, who we talked with last week with Doug, is still going. So you still got time to get on that back room deal. So go check that out.
Here, I can pop it up real quick so you guys watching, you can see it has 4 days left. And they're at 48K. Yeah, they're really close to 50K. So that's the last stretch goal that they have up here. It's a special prize, but here's the tiers. But yeah, look at some of these stretch goals you guys can get.
Look here. The tabletop engineer introduced us.
Hey, cool. That's right.
I haven't talked to Jim in a while. Obviously see his videos and stuff and follow him on YouTube and everything, but I haven't talked to him in a bit. But, that's how it is. It's hard. That was actually the whole reason that we connected initially with the whole COVID thing, because it is hard to stay in touch. And it was even harder then because even your nearby gaming buddies, nobody was getting together. Even if regardless of what you thought of COVID, there were just all kinds of factors. You might have had somebody that was like, well, it's really no big deal to me, but maybe they had a kid, a little kid. So they were worried and wanted to do that or whatever. I didn't care. My wife was working at the hospital. So, I mean, if it was coming to my house, there was nothing I could do about it. So what is it? Have I heard about his eye issue? No, what's up with his eye? I haven't been watching anything on YouTube, or I'm a bad Indie Invasion podcaster. I haven't been keeping up with anything. No, now I want to know what's up with his eye. I might have to go. I don't know if he did he do anything on YouTube about it with his channel.
I haven't seen anything. I try to keep track because he's got the playthrough channel now. Yeah. And then he's got his the other channel where he's posting like previews and unboxings and stuff like that. And So we've done a lot of different games. Pretty much everything independent in all smaller game developers. Of course, we might have to disassociate ourselves with Black Site here pretty soon because they just keep growing, so they won't fit into our niche. So we just have to be done with them. We're done with you. You got too big. Got too big. We can't talk about you anymore. No more. But here it is. Something about something detached from the back of his eye floating in the front. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I don't know. No, I didn't hear anything about that. But what else you got, Eric? You got some pictures? So I got a question for you. Out of all the years of doing the audio and then doing shorts, what is the one game that like jumped in your face and you're like, oh my God, type of thing?
Man, you should have given me some time to prepare for this one.
I think I got an idea. And it was the first time I got you on a game.
Oh, the first time you got me on a game was Urban Manhunt.
Yes.
That was the first time because I am the one that does that to everyone else.
Yeah, you were usually the one that said, "Oh, you guys need to check this out." And you're sucking the
Yes.
people in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him good with this one."
Terrence said we're a hipster podcast. We were into them before they sold out and were successful. I am not a hipster. I refuse to be a hipster. Matt's trying to stick up for Black Side. He said they still only have 6 people working there. That's true. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, Urban Manhunt. I love Urban Manhunt. It's such a it's novel. It just brought so many different things to the table. And it was silly. It was silly in the way that Rumble Slam was silly. You know what I mean? It was a good mechanics game. It was a fun game. It had a good theme. It had good rules. It had good narrative. It had all of that stuff, but it was just silly. And that's what was great about it. That's what was great about it. And we had the privilege of chatting with her. And do you got that picture?
Which one?
The hunter.
Oh,
Rooster.
Man.
You got to find it.
You know what?
All right, you don't have to look for it. So what Cynthia did for us was at the first Coastal Con, she did a special hunter. So the book itself has some hunters. You can design your own hunters and all that stuff, but there's a handful of hunters, like a dozen or so between the couple of books that you can use that are in the narrative part of it. And one is Rooster. And Rooster was specifically designed for Coastal Con / Indie Invasion. And there he is right there. And yes, he is a rooster with a shotgun. That's him on the far left. See, Alan said he was just looking at Rumble Slam again this last week. Well, go on then, man. Come on. And then, yes, Drowned Earth was there in the beginning, and Drowned Earth is still there. I still have some stuff from the last Kickstarter I got to get painted. Will Coastal Con happen next year? That remains to be seen. It's all about money. It's all about if I can swing it. This is an unfair question, Clem. How many game purchases have happened during Shorts episodes? Now, not if we include everyone, that's got to be a lot because Spaz has gotten mad at us a few times. Yeah. I know. I think I want to kind of throw Alder under the bus on this one because I think, I may be mistaken, but I think Alder made a really big Burrows and Badgers purchase while we were talking Burrows and Badgers. I think he may have. So there's that. I know I've purchased several. I know I purchased, just off the top of my head, Violent Dark, Zinvaded. There's got to be some other books and stuff. There's got to be way more than that. Those are the two off the top of my head that I can think of. Alan says he has a great looking hippo in his display case. I know I didn't even get a picture of that guy from you guys. I need a picture. I designed that model. Oh yes. I say everybody should go back and browse through the pictures just to see Carniverse.
That was one of the ones that I think we briefly talked about it, and I went right out and I picked that one up.
Oh, yep. Alder jumped in. He said, "Yep, we have cost him plenty. You are welcome, sir. You are very welcome." Yep, Carniverse that's a cool one.
And let me see if I can
very similar play style to Last Days Zombie Apocalypse, and they actually know each other. So Ash and Nick, if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but I believe that they know each other anyway. But the mechanics are very similar between the two of those. But you guys should definitely go scroll through the pictures and see some of the nonsense we had gotten up to over time. There's lots of stuff.
One of the other good games that we first talked about in that first episode was Street Wars. And since then, I've backed some of his Kickstarters. I don't have every gang yet that he had in there, and I probably should go get them before they're gone.
I do.
Because I think he's doing another edition. It's not going away, but he's going to do another edition. And a lot of that stuff was on sale.
Yeah.
It's that shipping from overseas. And, and that's I think the shame about a lot of these games that we talk about on here is that for some people, it's hard to get, whether they're in Europe, Australia, or for us here, it's not as bad with the UK, but there's other game companies out there that it's just, they're hard to come by here. So
some of them are, but we usually take care of that by ordering in mass. It's not so bad to pay the shipping when you bought like all the models in a certain line from a company, it's not so bad then. Combined, it's not really combined shipping, but you don't have to pay it again and again as you just order one model at a time. You know what I'm saying? So, I know we've cost Spaz some money because he got hot and heavy into Urban Manhunt way back.
Urban Manhunt. And then when we talked about Star Breach, I don't remember if he got Star Breach, but he got their other one, the Supers.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Actually free, but then he turned around and started buying minis to play in the game.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, when the PDFs being available with the high shipping costs, as much as I love to have the book with the way shipping is, sometimes that's good to be able to do that. And then there's other games too that are just available in PDF. It's been 30 minutes and no mention of Twisted. We were getting there. Well, Twisted didn't start at the very beginning. It wasn't there in the very beginning.
There's one. I'm probably poking the bear here, but there you go, Alder.
You poked the bear, Alder. There it is. There's his unfinished bulldog.
Just the base.
Bulldog.
Just
okay,
the
it
base.
says Alan just sent a picture of Matiu. He must have sent it to the Indie Invasion Facebook Messenger. Do you have it up?
Messenger? No, I don't.
No. Where'd you send it, Alan? So I didn't get it on my personal one.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, yeah, he just got the bulldog in his latest order. He'll have it painted before you have yours painted.
Oh, man.
I know Alder, I still didn't find mine. I was looking for him the other night when we were painting. I still didn't find him. But to be fair, I haven't put a huge effort into it. Okay, here we go. He just sent them. I probably won't be able to show you these. Matiu.
Yeah, I mean, through doing the podcast, it helped us branch out. We started talking to the creators out there, which was a real joy to talk to some of these creators that were super passionate about their game. And of course, it made us passionate. And then we passed it on to people listening to us two Yahoos talk about this stuff. And then from there, it's just like, I don't know, we cons and talking about how we can just spread it out some more to people. And then we started doing a little bit more with the video unboxing so people can see what comes in these sets. And a couple playthroughs. We're still struggling with the playthrough thing, but that is on my hobby goal this year. I have one in the bank. You did a couple, and I think that's kind of, when we talk about the future of the show and where we go, I think that's one of the things that I can see as the next step for us and for me is I want to try that, because you see it a lot out there, and it's a good tool for people to watch and see if they dig a certain game, if they like the mechanics or they like the aesthetic and stuff like that. So,
well, I think two things haven't changed about the show overall, and that's my top 3 games, which is Drowned Earth, Twisted, and still Deep Wars, and the fact that we're still trying to get you to move. So those two things have been consistent the whole time through all the shows. That has been the one consistent thing. Doug,
Thank
you
you,
missed our
Doug.
plug of Hametsu. See, you should not be late.
That's it. Fortunately, they could go back and watch it.
They can.
Thank you, Tracy.
Alder says move to Australia. Look, if I move to Australia over where you are, Alder, I've seen the pictures you've posted. I'm buying a motorcycle again.
I want to know, does that come with a big hazmat suit to protect you from everything that lives there that can kill you?
To protect you from Australia.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can do it. It's all right. You're good. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Well, that's it. That's 30 minutes ish. Oh, okay. All right. I think we can let Doug off the hook. He was taking a late Valentine's date for sushi. So I'm good. I'm good there. We can let you off the hook. So anyway, that's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Ish. Got any last things you want to throw up there, Chief?
Yeah, I don't want to move all this stuff. I'll just sell it and start over.
Listen, I already told him I'd come up and help him, so no excuses. No excuses. I will individually hand wrap each one of your models.
Oh man.
Come on. Because I had to move to this house. So
yeah. But last thoughts. I don't know. I think when we started this, it just kind of naturally, we were already doing it. So we decided, hey, let's just record it and put it out there for everybody. And if people listen, they listen. To our surprise, you guys do listen, and we appreciate it. We have fun doing it. And if it wasn't fun, that's kind of the thing. Why do it then? Yeah. So we're just glad that you guys enjoy our shenanigans, and we just have fun doing and talking about what we like.
We appreciate you, and go buy some Indie Invasion merchandise because it's cool. I mean, come on, look at that logo. That's cool, man. That stuff's cool.
Yeah, we might need a new shirt, I think. I was thinking about that this week.
Yeah, we could probably do a shirt.
Yeah. But as a reminder, you guys, if you do want to listen to some of those classic audio, I will be putting them up on YouTube. First one will probably go up tonight. So if you guys want to listen to when we first started, please check that out on YouTube. But am I taking us out tonight?
It is your turn, my friend.
My turn. All right, guys. Well, that is 30 minutes, closest we've been to in a while.
Right.
Thank you for joining us this Thursday night for our special milestone episode where we were just kind of reminiscing. And if you guys could, please press those buttons everywhere. Give us a follow, like, subscribe. Makes the show grow. Helps get the word out of independent games to everybody. And please join us every Thursday for more shenanigans on our Thursday night shows. And if you want to listen to audio, we have them on Podbean, Google Podcast, all those places you can get your audio podcast at. And check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and drop us a line at indieinvasion@gmail.com. We have all the links to these places down below if you guys want to join in and check out stuff we've got going on there. And if you feel like you want to support us, you enjoy what we're doing, visit us at Patreon. We got a Patreon place there where you can send some monies our way. But our favorite place is Redbubble. If you want some merch, stickers, hats, shirts, mugs, all that stuff, mini skirt, bedspread, shower curtain, all those. Why not? Right? Why not? We got it all. But yeah, that's all we got for you this week. Until next week, when we're going to be rambling about some other cool indie games.
Actually, next week's hobby, right?
Next week is hobby. That's a good reminder. Next week's hobby hangout, you guys. Come hang with us, work on some stuff, work on that pile of opportunity. And until then, prepare for the invasion. Bye, guys.